What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shara, tuning here live from Virginia. This video is gonna be like classroom time video, like based like on our test or just everything that has to do with classroom time. Then I'm gonna do a video that's based on the field, like after I get out the field, that's based off of how the field went and everything. Yeah. So stick in, stay tuned. Okay, but anyhow, for classroom times, like of course, like our first week when we started, we had, so I'm ordnance, so of course, even if you're logistics, you can still watch this video because it's all the same. We learn the same exact material. But for me, we start off with our like Army basic stuff. Like you learn how to write what is it? Sorry, y'all. You learn how to write like a memo, you learn how to write all them type of stuff. So in that class, we have to write a letter to like a colonel, and you have to like, it's certain type of like the way you have to do your heading. That is one of the hardest things. Some people, not the hardest things, but in that class, some people do fail it. So you do that, and you have to write a memo, and it's like just so many doctrine stuff that you have to follow. So yeah, it's a lot to it. Those are the only two assignments that are due in that first class that you're in with that teacher. Then you switch over to the next teacher. That's like on the third week or something like that. And in that class, that's where you take your first and second test. Yeah, you take your first and second test in that class. So that's the class that you learn about. Let me go see. Sorry. You just learn about more military stuff. So you take your first exam in that class, which will be based off of what you learn in the first class and what you're learning in that class. So for the first exam, you can have 2 sheets of paper. So 2 printer pieces of paper, and you can write back and front. I think I have a video of my paper and like what all I wrote on it, and I will insert that if I find it, but I think I do have it. And literally you just write small. Like it's really not hard as long as you put in the effort to like pay attention in class and write your notes. Like that's what got me through. Me personally, I'm not really the best at memorizing stuff, so my note sheet, like I would write so small on my note sheet and make sure that I had all the information, like everything that we learned in class, I would have that information on there. Especially if I know like my professor, like, well, my instructor really was like put emphasis on it, like there's something you need to know, then I made sure to put it. So yeah, 2 sheets. Then for the rest of the 4 tests, you can have 3 sheets of paper. So that's technically 6 pieces of paper because it's back and front. And if you know how to write small, you can finesse that and you can get so much in it. So yeah, so then there's that. Then we move on to unit management. Like unit management or whatever. We was taught that by our TAC because the instructor for that class had retired. So we did that. That one wasn't too hard. And so once you move into Log X, you have a test every week. So you have those 3 tests in there every week. So one like on a Tuesday, then the next week one like on a Wednesday, then the next week one like on a Thursday. So back to back to back. That is one of the where people have the hardest time. And no, LISCO, not LogX, LISCO. I'm sorry, y'all. Like all this stuff, like I really do wish that I was able to make videos like right after like the week so that it was like fresh in my mind, because it gets very busy and it gets very hectic, so it's not as much time to make videos. It's so crazy how I'm really out here in front of everybody just talking to my phone. They probably think that I'm crazy, but LISCO is one of the hardest ones. That is where a lot of people do fail their tests and they do get recycled, so that is not somewhere to play at all. It's a lot of information, and then of course you're taking 3 tests back to back to back, so it is very overwhelming. But as long as you write all your notes, like the last one, let's go 2, that's supposed to be the hardest test. I got 92 on it. So that just goes to say, as long as you know that you have all your information on that paper and you're actually paying attention in class, you will be crystal clear. What worked for me though, when it comes to class, you get the PowerPoints on Google Classroom. So either like before even going into class, if you go and you like take notes and whatnot, so that when you're in the class, you can actually pay attention. I know for me, it's hard for me to really take notes and say that I'm actually paying attention. I feel like you just can't really pay attention for real if you're taking notes. But if you sit there and you're listening to what they're saying, you're actually engaging with it, then you're just going to be able to remember those scenarios and everything. The instructor that we had, she was very good with scenarios and whatnot. But yeah, you just got to, like, it's a lot of being here. It's a lot of partying, a lot of going to the bar, a lot of hanging out. Like, this is literally, that's why people call it another college, like college part 2, because it is, they turn up here. They turn up, and I'll be lying to you if I tell you that they don't turn up here. People turn up Sunday to Sunday, no days off, okay? So you just have to have that work-life balance type stuff. Just like when you were in college, if you were that person who partied a lot, you just got to know how to be able to turn that switch off, or you got to know how to be able to leave the bar at 1 a.m. and be able to wake up for PT at 5 o'clock in the morning. As long as you can do that, then that's on you. That's on you. You just got to make sure you get done, because you got to remember what you're here for. You were here for school, and you're here to get this done. So yeah, so then we finished. Whenever we finish all those tests, the classroom time is really not that bad. And it depends on what time you'll come. Some classes you'll go at 8:30, some you'll go at 9, some you'll go at 9:30. It's really just dependent on the instructor. You get, all my classes that I was in, you get a break every 50 minutes. It's like use the restroom, whatnot. There's little PX inside the school, so you can go to the PX. You can go get you some snacks, some drinks. They usually have like these little tornado things. You can get those. Those come warm and whatnot. There don't be no service in there though. Like, I think only if you have Verizon there's service, but other than that, it don't be no service in there. You're really technically not supposed to use your phone in class, but even if you're trying to, you may have to go all the way outside to go get service. So yeah. Then after that, we go to the other part of LISCO, where that's when we go to the building and we do like our briefs and stuff. So that's when you'll get like a role, whether it's like XO or PL or MCO or whatever. You'll get a role, and you have to do like the whole layout and everything. Excuse me. You have to do an op board, all that, and then you're actually briefing it. So like you get a grade for it. So you have like 3 days to plan that, and then you brief it to your instructor and the instructor that is over that. Then you get a grade for that. I got a 93 on that, so that wasn't too bad. It was a little stressful, especially not having done that before, especially in the capacity that it was. But then you do that. Then after that, you come here to the field. This is where you're in the field for a week, but you go back to your room every night, and I will make a video explaining that.